All right, folks, it's finally time for that announcement that I promised last week. Um, I got sick last week and didn't have time to make this video and get all the other pieces squared away and ready to go. So here we are. Today's the day. I'm going to announce that I'm starting a user group for Cortex. Um, it's a virtual user group, not in person. There will be a link down below to I think it's a Google Calendar invite um, with all the good information on where to find it, when it's going to be, that sort of thing. Um, but I will tell you when it's going to be as well. Uh, it is going to be every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Pacific time. If I've done my math right, that means 1 p.m. Eastern time. Did I say that right? 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. I think I did my math correct. Uh, it'll be a Zoom meeting, at least for the time being. Um, I might transition to a different conference platform, um, but basically, it'll be an opportunity for anyone, any of you, to come ask me questions, ask questions of your peers, share tips and tricks and things that have worked, things that haven't worked, report bugs, request features. It's really just a chunk of time that I'm making myself available to you all, whether you're currently using Cortex, evaluating whether you want to use Cortex, um, evaluating what your next steps with Cortex are, um, trying to figure out what to do in that realm. Um, you are welcome. You don't have to actively be paying for a Cortex license right now. If you're thinking about it, evaluating it, you're more than welcome. Ask people questions who are currently using it um, about their experiences. That's totally fine. Um, I want this to be no pressure. My goal in all of this is really to build the community around it. I've said in previous videos that one of the major uh, edges that Cherwell had was the community, um, and I believe that wholeheartedly. I don't want that to just uh, be something that I say and don't act on. So I'm starting right now, even though Cortex uh, is fairly new. I've only been working on this 3.5 months at this point. Um, so it's still very early in its development, very early in its life cycle. But it's important to me that I build the community early because community is really what all of this is about. And I want you all to have that outlet, that opportunity to learn from each other, to ask each other questions, to inform each other, and have a space to chat. Now, this does not, by any stretch of the imagination, replace other uh, venues for even similar conversations, right? Obviously, it doesn't replace the support channels that I already have established. You can always send me email. You can always send the support email, uh, questions, concerns, problems that you're running into. All of those support channels still exist and always will exist. And there are other user groups for other specific aspects. Obviously, the shareable user groups are still a thing, and I think there are a few other user group type uh, venues um, that still exist, and I don't intend to replace those. Um, you know, one that comes to mind is Excalibur's Quest for Collaboration. Um, that I see that or I see this as something that complements that. That still exists. That exists for a very different purpose, um, and the two are not in conflict with each other. Um, but I really like the way that Excalibur has built that uh, meeting, that venue, and that's kind of the the kind of casual, informal style that I want this user group to have. I really want it to be, even though I'm hosting it, I want it to be a true users group. I want it to be for the community, by the community. You guys drive it. I just happen to be there hosting it and really learning from all of you. And I continue to be a resource. So that's my thought. Feel free to ask questions. You can leave comments down below. You can send me email directly. You can schedule some time with me. There will be a calendar link down in the description below. Um, that's all fine. And of course, if you want to see Cortex on your data, uh, any of those ways to get in touch with me is a great way to schedule some time. We can see Cortex running on your data, get it up and running, um, and see if it's a path forward for you. Um, I think that's all I have for this video. If you have any questions, let me know. See you in the next one.